A 6'3" guard from UCLA, the Pierce hero, Russell Westbrook.
Looking forward to seeing this team. We don't get a glimpse of them in action, so this would be our first look at this team as well. But who are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Diallo, just seeing how them keeping up the communication out there on the floor. That's a nice play, Steven Adams, as he is just really showing his strength around the
Grant's
basket.
floater is a little too long. Paul George on the sideline. There's a trailer three by Patterson.
Just following the play, giving Paul George a little room with the basketball, and then coming up slow up the floor for the 3 ball.
Oh, nice slip pass there by film on them so that they can go over exactly what they saw. Paul George able to knock down that 3.
To be still, that's a point of emphasis, that contact that was made on that play.
And it's always called more.
Nick Gallo may have a little bit more for us about Adams. What do you got for us, Nick?
Well, both Dennis Schroeder and Steven Adams have talked about playing in the pick and roll with one another so far in camp. They've been really impressed with the way that Schroeder's been able to probe the defense and find there, but also to attack downhill on the big and force help to come over, leaving Adams wide open in the lane.
I'm telling you, you're right, Nick. And it's so hard to guard that play when you know Steven Adams is going to roll hard to the basket, and you got shooters with the basketball.
And there it is, it's Schroeder right around that Steven Adams.
Being aware of that as a player, that you only have 14 seconds.
You know where it's going to have the biggest impact, I think, is under 2 minutes.
Right.
When teams are trying to get back into a game or trying to close out a game. There's a nice fadeaway jumper by Jeremy Grant. Possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. And then last year they also shortened the coach's timeout from 8 to 6 for the entire ball game. So that was another way, to really speed the game up. Good passing lane, good deflection by Jeremy Grant, but unfortunately it fell into the hands.
There's a nice move by Paul George. And he can't get the bounce, but right there, Steven Adams amongst the skyscrapers. Good offensive rebound, not able to finish. Jeremy Grant will lose it out of bounds.
I like that. I want to see Jeremy Grant doing more of that in transition with the basketball. Unfortunately, he lost it, but I love that play by Jeremy Grant.
Oh, how about that drive by Dennis Schroeder, and then the finger roll. Alex Abrines was not playing. He's 25 years old. He's a nice mid-range jumper. He's not just senior for this team. That's it, senior for the NBA. Alford on the drive. Davis keeping it alive underneath. Got it away from Adams. College career.
He showed a little bounce there too. You have to be able to do that, but unfortunately, Paul George,
Patrick Patterson, Steven Adams, Dennis Schroeder. We know that Russell Westbrook is still out. I saw him miss an open shot in 4 years.
We haven't seen Paul George miss from downtown.
Meant to really his professionalism, his ability to stay in the league and continue to produce. That is a hit ahead for Raymond Felton, considering the players that Roy Williams has coached throughout his career, not only at North Carolina, but Kansas.
Absolutely.
Drive running into a wall was Diallo.
Go out and see if they can get some points on the board. It's a good weak side help by Nerlens Noel. You're going to see a lot of that, folks. That's why one of the reasons why he's in a Thunder uniform is his ability to get to the rim on that weak side and block shots. He shot the ball well. He defended well, which is really tough to do. As you know, it's so much coming at you when you get the buzzer sounds. Blue team with a fast break opportunity here.
Kaz here, Andre, I know you're not in action here this afternoon. It's got to be killing you a little bit, but
yeah.
What are your overall impressions so far of what you're seeing, and what are you looking to see here?
A lot of hard workers, a lot of guys that have a positive mindset.
You played in scrimmage many times. What do you think guys are saying to themselves they need to get out of this? Is this a extension of the practice, or do you take
so
this?
They changed the rule of the offensive guy pushing off. I'm gonna continue to hold. It's a two-way. Yeah, 14 seconds. They play. I think we fit in very well with that and how we want to play, up tempo, fast. We did that already last year. And we got to get that mindset down of never giving up, not quitting on the play, and making that extra effort. And secondly, I think as Dennis hits that 3 there.
Dennis make that 3 a minute ago. Looked very comfortable in the skin, knocking down. Is he knocking that shot down with consistency in practice as well?
Yeah. He's getting very comfortable.
What's it been like, Andre, in practice with the emphasis on making quick decisions?
Positive, and talking about his teammates as Paul George is just seeing a big basket right now. Man, I thought he had his eyes closed. He still knocked it down. Found nothing but cotton. Wow, that was beautiful.
Paul George has been feeling it from the first shot of the game. Not that time for Jeremy Grant, but Andre Robertson says he's feeling good, making progress slowly. And if the progress continues, we'll be seeing him on the floor at some point, hopefully in the not too distant future, as Felton step back.
Listen to some of his interviews. I mean, every year we do a special with him in his homeland of New Zealand. That's a nice move that time by Jeremy Grant. I don't know how he got it through. Boy, good thing it's Sunday, man, because your prayers was answered, Grant. He was all over that.
You know, Steven Adams had that look like, I can't believe he just slipped that under me. As Adams is able to finish inside.
All on the floor at some point in time this season, folks. You cannot afford to double team Steven Adams.
Deontay Burnett.
Guys sometimes getting the ball to score, but he can also be the secondary because of what Paul George can do in situations like that.
That was a perfect play. Executed Schroeder on the pick by Adams, but just the missed shot. Now there's a nice block inside. There's the up ahead pass and a nice two-handed slam by
right here, folks, at Chesapeake Energy Arena against the Pistons. That's a nice move. Jeremy Grant, his ceiling is still unlimited right now. You've seen him a couple of times in transition with the basket. Patrick Patterson. And I think, you know, there's maybe our third partner of our broadcast.
A little slow to get up, but had so far in the early part of the season and with Russell.
Well, I can understand why he's walking slow.
Diallo to George.
And look at the dribble penetration. You already had 2 in the first 3 seconds of possession. Good ball movement, high pick and roll, and look what it leads to. Steven Adams. Watch out, Thunder fans. Line up, get your tickets.
Here in what is considered the second quarter. George, who's been feeling it all game long.
Beautiful, effortless movement.
There's a 3 by Burnett.
They're walking into a